Hi guys, welcome to a little edition of the FA Fitness Blast YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking with Andy Sloan from Procision Fitness, a top triathlon coach in the southwest. Looking to sort of talk to Andy really and get some ideas from him about his strength and conditioning program that he's been working with to the max.
To the max,
in Weymouth.
That's right, to the max in Weymouth.
Could you sort of like really just tell us a little bit about your program? Well, first 6 weeks I think, isn't it? He's been doing.
Yeah, come on, yeah.
Just let us know what you're doing, really.
Yeah. Well, basically, To the Max is a 40-week long program of strength and conditioning, which we're doing down in Weymouth and Dorset in the southwest. Basically, too many triathletes out there don't bother with any sort of strength and conditioning work because it's not important enough. They haven't got enough time. They think it's going to make them fat, heavy and slow, and it's just not going to positively affect their performance, which is a massive myth. So basically, what I'm trying to do down with To the Max, we've got between 25 and 30 guys coming on a regular basis. We're doing a big group session whereby we're using a load of resistance bands, body weight training, power bags, kettlebells, medicine balls, some big ass long ropes, and we're just conditioning them specifically to enhance their triathlon performance. And this initial first 6 weeks has just been the very basic sort of conditioning phase. How the workouts have been working is we have sort of 3 different lots of 4 exercises, and the group will therefore be split up into about sort of 6 groups because we have each lot of 4 exercises will be there'll be 4 there, another 4 and 4. Yeah, right. So you have 2 lots of the same block of 4 exercises, so we can get a pile of people in there working out at the same time.
What do you say? Like, why is it important for an endurance-based athlete to do strength?
Basically, I mean, it's one of those things that, as I mentioned already, a lot of people think that it ain't going to help their performance and it's not going to affect them. I think that the biggest thing the foot will do maybe is just talk about the sort of why, the reasons behind the myths really, and sort of why people think it's not going to help them, I suppose. I mean, with regard to people thinking it's going to make them heavy and slow, that's a load of crap. Basically, if you're doing the right kind of exercises. Yeah. If you're doing the right kind of exercises, then you're going to get your functional sort of relative strength. They're going to get stronger without sort of putting on loads and loads of size and without actually negatively affecting their performance. And in fact, you'll make big benefits within your performance just by increasing the actual sort of functional strength. Yeah. which is a bonus.
Because I suppose like one of the things as well is that with training specifically, like conditioning specifically, I imagine you'll be doing, you probably, you tell them you're probably doing a lot of stuff single leg and, rather than sort of, you're not asking people to squat 200 kilos. It's not a, it's not a bodybuilding competition.
Yeah. I mean, we're in there. We're doing a lot of work on the core, like sort of specific exercises for working on the shoulder to opposite hip ratio, the sort of relationship. Yeah. We're doing a lot of single leg stuff, a lot of glute activation work because your arse is a lazy muscle the majority of the time. So we're doing a lot of work on that. We're doing lots and lots of sort of rotational exercises in there as well, specifically to kind of help with the swimming and the running element. Yeah. And just absolutely sort of banging it really at the minute.
Good. So what would you say like to someone who's like perhaps thinking about doing a triathlon or a duathlon, and they're thinking about getting fit? I mean, my personal opinion is that you shouldn't run to get fit. You should get fit to run. Yeah. So how would you sort of like with the new year coming up? What's sort of like a couple of tips really for people?
Biggest one is you shouldn't fire a cannon from a canoe. In other words, if your core ain't strong, then you pretty much got no right to be going out there and trying to do the rest of the stuff. Because if the core's weak and you're there doing sort of 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, however many hours a week training, then there's a bigger chance of actually getting yourself injured. So getting some sort of back injury, maybe something through the hips, the shoulders, the knees as well. Yeah. So you need to make sure that all this is strong before you sort of go out there and start hammering it. Now that's not to say you're not going to go out and do your running, cycling and swimming, but what you just need to make sure to do is you do have like a core conditioning and a strength based protocols in place, so that you're actually going to get all this tight enough and strong enough to actually meet the demands of the sport and the training as well.
Yeah, brilliant. Just sort of like before you go, because I know you got lots to do. What on the nutritional side of things, a lot of people worry about like perhaps being a bit heavy when they get to the race day, and they sort of think about being light and they want to be as light as possible. So they're sort of worried about eating and what they should be eating. So like, you know, perhaps you could just maybe just talk a little bit about the nutritional side just for a little bit.
Yeah, I think nutrition with triathlons is a very personal thing a lot of the time, because I mean, there's, as you all know, there's a lot of people who have sort of intolerances to things like wheat, gluten, dairy. So some people, for instance, won't be able to eat sort of pastas and stuff because it'll make them bloated, it'll make them feel slow and tired and sluggish.
Yeah.
My advice to anyone, and certainly to my own sort of clients, is keep it fresh, keep it clean, keep it lean. So for your sort of carbohydrate sources, you want a lot of sort of potatoes and sweet potatoes, brown rice and quinoa and sort of millet and spelt, stuff like that, and trying to steer away from the typical sort of triathlete food of like bagels and like muffins and just getting anything in just to get the calories. Because in a nutshell, if you're getting all the sweet sugary crap in there, then you're not going to get the same amount of energy as you would if you're just keeping it clean, but getting your calories from good sort of wholesome natural sources. So I'd say stay natural, stay lean, include some healthy fats in there as well. So something like your fatty fishes like salmon and mackerel and stuff like eggs as well. So plenty of that sort of things.
Brilliant. So hopefully that helps any of you out there who are looking to sort of get into whether it be a full triathlon, duathlon, anything like that in the next couple of months, because I know the new year's coming up and a lot of you are going to be setting yourself goals and targets for the new year. So just bear in mind what Andy said. Andy's a top coach, so and 3 times Ironman now.
Yeah,
3 times Ironman.
Soon to be 5.
Soon to be 5, yeah. So the guy knows what he's talking about, and it's an absolute pleasure to sort of join you today, Andy. And thanks for sort of sharing your knowledge.
Sweet.
Awesome.